Movie theaters. There was a video that I saw recently on movie theaters, and the YouTuber brought up an interesting point that I agree with. Is that the reason that most movies, for most people in Hollywood, that sucked over the last few years, mostly there have been some decent films, but for the most part, these movies are schlock to downright crap is because the attention span of the viewers has plummeted. When you have a group of people coming in, like five, six people, have their phones out for the entire film, listening to TikTok videos when they can do that shit at home, there's no interest there for the film itself, even if it's a Marvel film. Back in 2015, The Witch came out, an independent horror movie. I went with a friend of mine, bought me a ticket, and went with his wife. And we're sitting there, and there was a group of teenagers a couple of rows down that had their phones out and they're being obnoxious and pissing a lot of people off in the theater. My friend got up, and it was during commercials where it's dark in the theater, and he came up upon them, scaring them because they didn't expect someone to come down, and he just reamed into them so good about putting their phones away and shutting the hell up that the rest of the theater clapped and it was so cool. From that point, this is partly why I myself don't go to the theater often or at all anymore. One, it's too expensive. The tickets, the food. I mean, fuck's sakes, you're spending like $5 on a little thing of M&Ms, and it's only a handful in there, and you're done. Popcorn, you crazy, like $10. It's insane. And they're talking like for a medium or small, like wow. And then you have the 20 minutes of fucking commercials before the movie. Like I need to know what car to buy next, or I need Cheerios in my diet, or any of this bullshit they put up there. Then you got the movie trailers on that, and it's like 40 minutes until the damn movie itself begins. Whereas back in my day, really good movies started right away and on time without trailers. And if there were trailers in the movie, there were about three, maybe four, and it played the movie. It didn't have any commercials. Prices of tickets were cheap enough that anybody with any job could afford it, and the food was just popcorn, a drink, a bit of candy. It didn't have fucking pizza and tacos and you want this kind of stuff? Go to a restaurant, for fuck's sakes. Like I think it's ridiculous having all this stuff. Like just put a trough in front of people and have the meat out of that. Then if you want to get just do it. Like it's crazy, man. Yeah, I know I sound old, but I am. But it's just also like a lot of these movies, like 95% of the movies that come out with are made with people that have low attention spans, or they're made without much thought process into it. Okay, give me another Marvel movie, put a DC superhero or supervillain on screen. Here you go. Ooh, and it seems like it's like, especially with superhero movies, you have one here and you watch another one, it's the same, just different characters. Maybe the plot's a little different, but you have a hero, you have a villain, the hero has to stop the villain. I mean, the superhero trend has been on way too long and no breaks. I loved it back in the day, and that's the other thing about Hollywood that I miss too. Is you let's say you had Star Wars. Okay, you had The New Hope, and that was a couple of years, and then the next Star Wars movie came out, and then wait a couple of years, and then the next one came out. Now it's like every fucking year, every other year, there's another Star Wars movie or another superhero movie. Well, superhero movies is like at least one to two a year. Marvel or DC, like, come on, give us a, give time to absorb the coolness. But you jam it down people's throats, and I don't know, it just loses my luster. That's my opinion, of course. But here we are with movie theaters and the possibility of going under. I'm personally, I don't think they're going to go under next year or tomorrow, but I do think at some point to maintain a movie theater, people can't afford them anymore. And the fact that these teenagers coming to these movies and stuff, it's not their money unless they got a McDonald's job and you want to blow it all. But really, for average people having a job that you can just get by with that kind of money, a lot of people are not going to theater much for that because it's too expensive. You have kids, it just adds to that price. So what's the solution for that? Stay at home, big screen TV, good sound system. You can pause the movie to make food or go to the washroom. You don't have to, get up in a darkened theater and bump into people to go take a piss. There's many advantages to watching TV or TV shows and movies at home on a good sound system, which you can get a decent one. You don't have to be rich as shit to get one nowadays. We just got a 75-inch and it was under $1,000. Samsung, and it's damn good. Big screen TV. I already watched my Star Wars movies on it already. We've got a new sound bar and everything. It's great. Well, that kind of experience there. Went to the movie theater there, paying up the butt for a movie ticket and a little bit of popcorn, just to hear people talk, 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 and have their phones out. No, that's not the experience that I want. So I don't go. I think and I just wanted to briefly talk about this. I'm not going to go on elongated video here, but it just made me think and made me want to kind of make my own video and respond, I suppose, to that. For streaming services are just the top right now, and you pay whatever for Netflix and Disney and all the other streaming services out there because there's so many into what you like, what you want to watch, what kind of movies you want to see, and you press play and you pay a monthly fee and watch whatever. I mean, that's what people want to do. I don't blame them because movie theaters, yeah, there's too many negative variables for a lot of people. Hey, if you want to go to a movie theater and you want to watch that next Marvel movie and you want to horse around in the theater and not get punched out by the people that are actually trying to watch the movie, have at it. But for the rest of us, home is good. And I think that's what's going to kill movie theaters eventually. And unless there's enforcement for, putting phones out and so on, and lowering the prices of tickets and food, because not everyone can afford it. Even one movie, and you have a couple of kids, that's $200, depending on what you get to eat, of course. Not everyone can afford it. Not everyone wants to drive to a movie theater. It is just that nostalgic for the movie theater is gone with a lot of people these days. And again, I don't blame them. When the comfort of your own home, you can sit on a couch that's wide enough, you can put your feet up and watch a movie on your big screen. I will always enjoy those times that I went with my dad. He took me to the movie theater so many times because That was just our bonding thing. That's what we did, and it was so cool. And I will always cherish those moments, man. I saw my first radar movie in the movie theater with my dad, Beverly Hills Cop 2, before they changed it to adult accompaniment AA at the time, the rating. We saw so many movies together, like Black Rain with Michael Douglas, and we saw like all the Beverly Hills Cops, except for obviously the newest one on Netflix. That was great. It was cherish those moments with my dad, and I'll never forget that because that was during the time when you could just enjoy a movie at the movie theater, go once in a while. That was a really cool experience. So in that, that will be a memory burn for me. The nostalgic part of those times. Now I'm good at home. You have a VOD digital stuff that you can get, these movies, bring it up, watch it, all these, streaming services. That's how I'm watching it. Welcome to Derry, obviously. And cool. Um, social media to own, over the digital footprint is a shame that we've reached that point, but that's a whole other topic. But even then, you could get a cheap Blu-ray player, and if you have a ton of media that you own, awesome. And I say keep it. You know, that's still a cool thing, and there are people that still do that. But again, watch the movie, put it on whenever you want, enjoy it on your big screen TV and the awesome sound bar. Crank that up, enjoy yourself. Because the movie theater experience, unfortunately, is just not what it used to be. And people want to enjoy themselves as opposed to getting pissed off watching a film because of antics or high prices, whatever. But it's just my opinion over many. Um, but yeah, the witch example is just one example I have from going to the movie theater there, and I thought that was quite humorous. My friends scaring the teenagers and telling them to shut the hell up, basically. That was so cool. Um, you know, I'll give you one more before I end this video. So the Thing 2011, the prequel movie, that one I went to see in the theater. That was that was a long while ago, and it had just come out, and I remember going to the theater by myself to watch it, and during the film, people walked out a lot. And thinking about the movie, I'm thinking, why? The Thing is I guess you could say there's a bit of slow burn in it, in the prequel and the 1982 version. But I don't see anything wrong with it. Yes, I admit the 2011 one had some CGI in it that's dated and parts didn't look 100%, but I still was able to enjoy that. They didn't take me out of the movie. I thought that it had really cool actors in it. I thought they did a fantastic job in lining up events to leading up to the 1982 film, and you could literally watch the 2011 prequel into to the 1982 version, and I thought it was fantastic. So it made me think at that point, it's like, what are people really looking for? They want bang, bang, bang action all the time, no writing, just I want dangling keys, special effects, blah, 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 blah. That's all I want to see. Is that where we're at now? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got to say about this whole topic there. Um, Let me know in the comments, your bad movie experience there, or maybe you have a good movie experience. Maybe you enjoy going to the movie theater. It doesn't bother you all this shit. That's good. Uh, but yeah, give a like and we'll see you.